All right, hey guys, welcome back to another solo board game playthrough. We're finally going to be doing a playthrough of Endeavor Deep Sea. So this is an interesting game. It is a sort of, I don't really know how to describe it. It's got a really interesting, I don't know. It's like an action selection thing. I don't really know. Anyway, a couple of things to call out real quick. We are playing on mission number 2. So the game is a competitive, cooperative, or solo game. The cooperative and the solo game work very similarly, where you're depending on your difficulty, you're trying to set a certain number, complete a certain number of goals. So we're playing on the easiest. The game is very hard. We're playing on the easiest. It's going to be 4 goals, and there are 8 different like mission maps. So they're going to kind of give you a particular setup, and then some additional stuff over here, and yeah, and so a lot of the games online are typically the first mission. So I wanted to hop into the second one. I haven't won the first mission or any game. But once we kind of get the flow of things going, it'll make a lot of sense. So we're doing mission 2 maps and charts. Only a tiny percentage of the ocean has been mapped. We're going to change that today. Dust off the sonar screen and see as much of the deep as you can. So the mission is 5 columns. We have to start with a sea star on the left-hand side, calm seas, remote anchorage, and then below the sea star is going to be the looking glass. And then we launch one of our submarines there, and it gives us a disc. These discs are going to be what drive everything. They're going to be the thing that we place out on the board here. They're going to be the thing that let us take actions, things like that. So I'll kind of explain the game as things are happening. But effectively, when we start taking turns, there's one of 5 things we can do. We can travel, which is to move our submarine into an adjacent location. The amount of spaces we can move is dependent on our resource track for submarines down here. This is Ingenuity, I believe. So it's on the 1 gear. We can only travel into 1 gear areas, and we can only travel 1 space when we take a travel action. When we get to here, we'll get a second submarine. We can now travel to level 2 and travel up to 2 spaces per travel action, all the way up to the 5 here for level 5 and so on. The second thing we do is sonar, which is going to take one of our discs, and we're going to place it on one of these little sonar icons, and that's going to let us expand the map out. We can dive, which is to take these dive tokens here, and we'll get some resources from that. I don't remember the name of that resource. It's a little DNA strand. I think it's called research. We can conserve, which will be this little turtle icon. We don't have any on the board, so we'll kind of explain it as time goes on. And then we can journal. And journaling is this little icon here. That will be placing one of our discs there, and then we'll take one of these cards by spending research. We can take the cards based on the symbols. So in this instance, we can journal for a yellow symbol or a brown symbol. And you can see there's a yellow symbol there, a brown symbol there. Okay, so in the solo game, it's 7 rounds. We will have 3 bonus goals and 4 setbacks. The bonus goals can be achieved on top of our regular goals, and we have to get 4 out of the 6 of them to win the game. Our default goals for this mission are going to be to map the ocean currents. We have to have at least 7 sonar discs in column B and C. So this is column A, column B, column C, column D, column E. So we have to have at least 7 sonar discs here. So I'm going to probably want to move and get a sonar discs there. The second goal is explore the far reaches. It's going to have a disc or a submarine vessel. At least one, it says, disc or submarine in D and E. So these 2 columns, we need at least 10 of those. So any kind of spot that we can put a disc. So for a conserve or a journal or a sonar or whatever. And then finally, we have chart the ocean topography. We have to have at least 1 disc in up to 8 zones, or at least 8 zones in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th section. So 1 disc. So I really want to make these overlap the best I can. So if I can get to like spots here and here, we can get a disc here and here, and maybe get that goal. It'll all make some sense. So the first thing we do is we hire crew. Now I have the crew off the board. We have our first crew here as our team leader who can take every action. At the beginning of the game, this is our reputation. And depending on our reputation means what level crew person we can get. So we have this crew board here. When our reputation is level 1, we can take 1 from here. Level 2, we can take 1 from here. Level 3, we can take any of these. Level 4, any of these. And level 5, any of these. Level 5 ones can score us endgame scoring. But actually, I forgot to flip the first goal over. So the first goal is going to be junior specialist. So those are the specialists we would get. We need at least 5 junior specialists, which means we can't flip them over in order to get that. That's a pretty easy goal, but kind of hinders our ability to do things. So, anywho, we have to take our first thing, the rounds, we're going to take a specialist. So we have a pilot. Will let us, when we get him, we'll get one of these little icons here, which we'll place on this map. This one will immediately bump us up on reputation, and this one will means bump us up on the coordination track. I talked about reputation. I talked about ingenuity. The inspiration track allows you to gain more discs the higher you get up every round. That's one of the first things in the first beginning of every round. We get a disc. So as the game goes on, we'll get more discs. And then this one is the coordination, and it lets us retrieve discs from our different specialists. Because this is how we take our actions. We place a disc on that specialist, and that's going to denote that we've taken that action with that character. Okay, so we know we need to move. We know we need to sonar some things. So I think if I take this guy, or if I take this guy, I think that's what I did. I think we're going to take this pilot. So we're going to take this pilot. We immediately will add this to our crew. I'm going to set this board off to the side. As an immediate bonus, we get this. So we get one of these. We can place this here. One of the other goals that we have is scoring at least 20 points from specialists, from this board, and from any journal cards that we have. And any of the yellow outlined areas on this board are going to be worth 1 point, and any orange ones are worth 2 points. We have to start by placing it in one of these 3 spots, and I think I want to put it here. And then because we covered up that symbol, we will get to advance this 1 space. So that's the first part of the phase. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to gain a token. The next thing we're going to do is take a token from one of our characters, or the level to here, and that is going to be the thing. So now we're going to start taking actions. The first round is going to go by quick, but as the game progresses, it's going to take longer and longer. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move. So we're going to place one of our action discs here, telling us, hey, we can move. We're going to move our vessel here. When we move our vessel, the spot that we land in is a arrival bonus. We'll get that thing. So we're going to land here. It's going to get us a research. So we're going to land right there. We get to move on this. And then let's go ahead and do a sonar action. Again, our team leader can do every action. So we're going to do a sonar action, and we're going to sonar here. Sonaring here will let us place out a 1 or level 2 deal. We're going to place that there. We lose that disc for the rest of the game, but that is okay because we're going to sonar. So we're going to take 2 tiles from level 2 because I'm choosing to do level 2, and we're going to take a look at them and choose one. Now, some things to consider with these. When you look at these tiles, the top left-hand corner is what you get for placing the tile, so that's something to consider. So if we do this one, we'll get to go up on inspiration and on, on coordination and ingenuity. If we do this one, it is inspiration and reputation. We'll also get, these are the conserve actions, so that's some actions we can take there. That's not going to really do us any good. I mean, it will for this, but I think I'm better off, but it won't really do us good for the sonar actions because there's no sonar actions there. This one's interesting because this sea cave, if we place this out, we actually cannot traverse through there, and we have to access each thing by each section around it, whereas we can go for this one. The question is, which one of these do I want to take? Because the bonus, if we bump up here, we'll get 2 discs next round, which could be really beneficial, and we can travel through it. So I think we're going to go with this. We're going to take the sea turtle migration. We'll dump this to the bottom. This will go right there. And then we'll get to bump up on reputation and bump up on inspiration. Now we've run out of action discs, so our turn's going to end. The round is over. We're going to flip over the next gold card. That's the end of round 1. We're 1/7 of the game done. Okay, so resourcefulness, coordination, ingenuity. So in single player, we need to have 22 points amongst those. If you look, the first spot is 1, then 2, then so on and so forth. This spot is 10, 11, 12. So between these 2 tracks, we need to be a combination of 22. So I need to either get 10 and 12, 11, 11, or 12 and 10. Okay, so now we're going to hire another person. We can only hire a level 1 person again. I think I probably wanted sonar again, so we're going to do this to sonar. We're going to get the sonar operator. This is going to bump up because it's yellow. We are going to be able to collect 2 discs now because that's the level we're at. So we're going to get 2 discs from here. And then we're going to be able to pull 1 disc back. So we're going to pull our disc back from our team lead. All right. So I need to do more sonaring and I need to probably move a little bit. So I think what we'll do is we will sonar again. So we'll use our sonar operator to sonar here. We will pick 2 level 2 things again. And we have Sunken Ruins and we have Whale Calving Grounds. I think I'm going to take the Sunken Ruins. So we're going to take the Sunken Ruins. That's going to bump us up on here and on here. And we're going to add 4 of these research tokens, or dive tokens. And we're going to stick that there. And when we travel there, we'll be able to get another disc. And then I'm going to use my final action to move. And we're going to move here. As our arrival bonus, we'll increase our ingenuity, which now increases our sub to a new sub. That sub gets added here. We add a sub there. We get another disc. Now, we have no more actions we can take here, but we did get another sub out. We can move our subs 2 spaces, and we got an additional disc. So that's going to be the end of our second round. Again, things go by pretty quick, but they'll start to pick up. They'll start to slow down a little bit. The next goal is going to be esteemed. So getting the same thing for coordination, ingenuity. So before we move forward, I want to kind of assess what I think our goals are going to be. We need to get 4 of these goals. Junior Specialist is likely going to be it. Going for 1 of the 2 of those is likely going to be it. And I think going for map the ocean currents, so getting the sonars here, and then going for chart the ocean topography and try to get different things built out. So we're going to have to get moving. We're going to have to get moving around. So let's hire a specialist now. We can take a level 2 specialist. So the level 2 one, we have the Marine Engineer. It doesn't give us an action, but gives us 2 bumps on Ingenuity. We have the Navigator, will give us a bump here, which will give us and let us move and sonar. And then we have this one will let us move and conserve. And if we flip it, we'll get to move up on this twice. I think I might take the sonar operator though, so I can bump this up and recover 2 of my discs. And then maybe next round we'll take somebody else. So we're going to go for another sonar operator. That will bump this up to that level, and then now we'll get to get 2 discs, and we'll recover 2 discs. I'm going to recover these 2. Okay, 5 discs. All right. So we can dive to level 2, and I probably want to expand out here. So I think we're going to sonar again. So let's sonar. We're going to sonar here for a level 1, so we can move across. And we've got decommissioned oil rig, and we've got kelp forest. Now, if I decommission oil rig or kelp forest will bump us. The kelp forest will give us a reputation, a research, and we can get 4 dive tokens here. Decommissioned oil will give us a research and bump us up on here. And then when we visit, we can get this, or if we visit here, we can get this. Can I get 10 things out there? I don't know that I'm going to be able to, but I need to get down. So I think we're going to take this one. We're going to put this on the bottom. We get to bump up on here and get a research. I think we're going to probably sonar again. We're going to sonar here. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's move. Let's do a movement action. We're going to move here. That's going to give us another disc. And then I'm going to sonar here. And we're going to sonar for a 2 or a 3. And I'm going to go for another 2. Yes. Okay. So we have resupply modules and shipwreck. With resupply modules, this could come in really handy. So I think that's what we're going to take. So we're going to take resupply modules. We'll stick that there. That's going to bump us up on this track, which will let us recover 3 and bump us up on this track. And that's the last thing we can do. So we're going to take a setback now. So these are going to be negative effects. Our first setback is going to be all players must move their ships 2 zones up as far as they can go, which isn't too bad. This moves up. We don't get the arrival bonus, but that happens there. And we're going to now take a specialist. So again, we can take a level 2 one now. I think I'm going to go for this Marine Engineer just to give us the bump to move 2 spaces. And we can go 1, 2. We'll take 2 discs and we'll recover 3 discs. The 3 discs we take are going to be this one, and this one. Okay. Again, we'll reassess here. So here we need 7 sonars. We have 4. So I probably want to try to get... The thing is, I need to figure out how I can best double up on action. So I need to probably sink lower to sonar. And I have one disc here. I probably want to get a disc here and a disc here and a disc here. So let's do our first action to move, and we're going to go 1, 2. We land there. We get ourselves a thing. We'll sonar here for this, and we'll pick a level 3. Okay, this has some sonaring, so I think we'll go for that. But this lets us bump up twice. But I can't sonar here, but I can put a disc here. I think we go for the Rift Valley, and we'll place that Rift Valley right there. That Rift Valley is going to bump us up once on this track, once on this track. Then we can move 3 spaces. So I can go 1, 2, 3. We can arrive there. That might not be a bad idea. So in this column, we have 4 of our 7 of those. For this goal, we've got 1, 2 so far. So we need to get some more discs out. So I need to continue to dive deeper for me to do that. I think this is the action we're going to do. And I'm only going to do this one time because I think it's only needed this once. But we're actually going to journal. And we're going to spend our leader to do that. And we're going to journal. And we're going to journal here for the X. So we're going to spend our 2 research, and we're going to take one of these journal cards. We're going to take this one. So if you're playing multiplayer, we would get the thing with the 1 person, and everybody else get the thing for the 2 people or the multi-people. So we're going to bump up on this track twice and flip one of our specialists, and then we'll add a new one. So we're going to bump up on this track twice. That gives us another submarine here, plus that gives us an arrival bonus of this. And then we're going to flip this over. And flipping that over now gives us our Naval Architect, which lets us travel and or journal. And I think we'll use her to travel, and then we have another travel action. And if we travel, it would behoove us to get somewhere that we can utilize. So I have 4 travels. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can get here. So maybe that's where we'll travel. We'll travel and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll arrive there and bump up on that track. And that will be the round. So there we go. Not too bad. All right, let's see our next setback here. It's going to be all players must move their submarines 2 zones to the left. So this one can't move to the left. That'll move there. Again, we do not get the rival bonus. Let's go ahead and grab our specialist this round. So I'm kind of forsaking these a little bit. But we do want to bump up. So let's get another sonar person. That'll bump us up here, so which means we can recover 4 of our tokens. We're going to gain 2 tokens from here. Recover 4. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, we'll set that there. Okay, let's see what we want to do now. So I definitely want to sonar here if I can. And I probably want to conserve here just so that I can at least get... but I need research for that, so we're not going to be able to do that quite yet. But I need to get some tokens placed out there. So let's sonar. We'll sonar here for a 2 or 3. We'll go for a 3. Okay. I think we take this vortex, and we're going to place this vortex. So the vortex lets us travel to a space, an additional space. If we travel out, I believe we travel out of the vortex, we can travel 1 additional space more than we're available to. So when you sonar in this spot, we can actually place something without having to have something below it. And we can travel 1 depth lower. Or 1 depth higher, so we can travel to a 5 if we can only go to a 4. My main reason for getting this is because there's some sonar spots here, and I can get some things that aren't necessarily putting tiles out. But we bump up on this twice. That's going to give us another one of these tiles. And I'm going to place this, I think I'm going to place that there to get 2 research. Okay, that was our first action. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I move over here, which I think we'll move there, we'll bump up on this track. We'll sonar there again. We'll sonar here. And I think I'm going to sonar. So I can sonar for a 3. I can sonar for bumping up on here in a research. I can bump up on here in a research. I think we're going to sonar for the 3. We'll get a 3 tile. See what we get. I think I go for the jellyfish bloom. We're going to go for that, I think. Yeah. So we're going to place that there. It's going to bump us up on this twice. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sonars in the B and C column. And then for chart the ocean topography, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to get 4 more things placed out here. So we're going to have to travel a bit more, which is fine. I think if we can maybe get down here and journal for something. Yes, I think that's the plan. So we're going to move. We're going to go down to here. It's going to get us another token. We're going to journal here with our naval architect. And we're going to place that here. And we can journal for something here. We have one of these. Wait, I have to take this one. Which is, no, I can't do it. I lied. I can't journal there. Let me mulligan. Okay, we can't journal there. Okay. Oh. Wait, is that right? Yeah, I think I have 3. No, it's going to travel there and then mulligan. So I have to put one of those back. There we go. Okay, there we go. So I can't travel there to do that because I don't have enough research, unfortunately. I could maybe research there, or journal there, I mean. We can flip over one of our people and then take another action with them. We can get that. That'll get us also get a token down there. So maybe that's the play. I think that's the play. So we're gonna move. We'll just do it again. We'll move. We'll come down here. We'll bump up on green, and then we'll journal here by placing this there. And we're gonna take this journaling card. Is that right? Yeah. We're gonna take this one. It's gonna flip one of our specialists over. We're gonna flip the pilot over, and then when we flip the pilot over, we do lose this token, but we get to bump up on this track and bump up on this track. Now that we bumped up on yellow, we will be able to add another one of these. And let's add that to here. And we'll get ourselves 2 more research. Okay, that's the end of the round. We are on to round number... Oh, let's refill this. We're on to round number 6. So second to last round of the game. Okay. Each player chooses to reduce your lowest attribute by 2 or flip a senior specialist to its junior side. So I'm going to flip one to their junior side. Because I don't want to... Well, if I lower this by 2, I can't take something. So I think I'm going to flip somebody, and it's either the naval architect or the skipper. And we do not gain the bonus. We're going to flip the skipper because if we can flip it over again, we'll get to get this again. And we don't lose the travel action, where if we flip the naval architect, we will lose travel action. Okay, so let's take our specialist. We're still tier 2. At this point, I just need to move either this up by 2 or this up, or both of them by 1. So let's look to see what kind of actions we want to take. Maybe we'll take... We take the reef diver. We can bump up to here, and then on the last round, we can take one of these. But I think I'll take the... maybe we can take the ecologist. Yeah, let's take the ecologist. So there's no immediate bonus for the ecologist. We're going to be able to get 3 discs. We're going to recover 5 discs, so that's all of our discs here. All right. So again, to recap, we need 5 junior specialists. We already have 5, so if we flip one and then we can get another one, we'll be fine. We're probably going to get the resourcefulness by these 2. We're going to try to do the sonars. We're going to try to do the chart the topography. Sonars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 1 more in this section, and then we need to get... We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 3 more things in this this tier here. So I think we can do it. I really feel like we can do it. I actually feel like I'm going to win. Which is saying something, because this game is very hard. Okay, so we want to try to win. What do we need to do? I think if we can get, if I can I journal somebody? I do have enough, so if we do journal down here, that'll help with this. But it's going to take an action to move, so I got to figure out how I can best use that. Maybe if we sonar where this sub is, we can possibly get... but I don't want to sonar here because I already have something there. I really need a sonar somewhere here. So maybe what we'll do is we'll conserve. So we'll use our ecologist to do conservation. We'll spend 2 research to do that here. This gives us a variety of bonuses. The bonus that we're going to be able to get is going to be to place out one of the tiles here. I'm going to place out a level 3. Okay, we've got thermal vents, or we have cold water reef. I think I want the thermal the cold water reef. So we're going to place that here. That goes to the bottom. We'll get to bump up on this track twice. Okay. Gives us spots to conserve or journal, which is great. We still need to get some discs out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discs. I actually feel like we're going to do this. This might actually happen. Okay. So I think we need to travel, but I need to figure out where I'm traveling. The jellyfish bloom, let me see what that does. So in the jellyfish bloom, where is it? If you have a disc in any of the marked spots when you travel away, you gain an impact. So these are impact tokens. So if we can go down there, do something, and move out of it, we'll get an impact token. So let's travel, and we're going to go down here. It's going to get us a disc. We're going to journal there. Nope, we're not going to journal there. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to put the disc back. Because I can't afford to journal there right now. I don't have the research. So, oh, this is tough. This is real tough. I need to... Okay, we're going to actually sonar where we are. We're going to sonar here, this disc. We're going to gain 1 on this, and we're going to gain a research. Now we're going to travel down here, get a disc, and then we're going to journal, spend our 3, and take this one. That's going to give us a bump on this, and it's going to let us flip somebody. I'm going to flip the pilot. We lose that disc. We bump up on this track, and then this resets down to here, and I get another impact, which is fine because I just need to bump up again. And then with this, we will go here, and I'll bump up on this track again. Okay. So let's just recap really quickly what we're sitting at. Okay, so sonars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sonars at a... No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sonars done. Specialist, we're going to get another specialist, and I won't flip anybody over, so that one will be done. We're likely going to get resourcefulness. We just need to get 1 point in either one. We're done. Chart the ocean topography. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need an 8th, so we just need to move somewhere and get that placed out. So I think we're good. Okay. So we're not going to really be able to do a whole lot with what we have this turn. So I'm probably going to have to just move and set ourselves up for next round. So let's go ahead and move. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to bump up on that track. And we're going to call it there. I'm going to keep that disc. Because I can't really do anything else unless I move somebody over. Which I guess I could. But I think we're fine. So last setback. And it's going to be each player returns 1 of their discs of their own from a conserve to their choice of their staging area. So the conservation that we did here, not there. Did we do conservation? We did this one. So this one goes back to our staging area. So I lost the disc, which is a pain, but that's fine. All right, last round of the game, we're going to take our specialist. Now we can take one of these ones. This one's not going to really do us anything because it's not going to gain us any more, so I don't think that's really important. This one let us move and dive, which could get us some research. This let us sonar and journal, which I don't want to journal, so I don't really need that. Maybe we just take this impact token. We just take this impact and maybe bump up somewhere else. If we can travel. I'm going to get all my discs back. We just take this marine biologist and we can just get a conserve, and we don't have to worry about doing it elsewhere. So we'll take that marine biologist. It'll bump us up on here twice. We're going to gain 4 discs. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to recover 5 discs, and we're ready to go. So we should be good. So I know I keep saying this, but I'm like so crazy that I've never won. So I'm pretty hyped right now. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah, that bumped off. So that was there. Okay. 7 there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. So we need 2 more. And we should be good on the rest of it. So let's figure out how to do this. So I think first things first. Let's... we don't have any research to conserve. And I don't want a journal, so I'm going to have to get some research. So, I guess for us to get research, we're going to need a dive. We haven't done that action at this whole game. So let's dive. So we're going to use our skipper to go 1, 2. We get a token here. We're going to dive with the only person we can dive with is our team leader. That lets us take one of these tokens and get either the ability down here or the research. We're going to take the research. That card gets discarded, but that's 3 research there. I can conserve. Okay, so I can conserve here and conserve here, and that puts us our 8. So we're going to move this person 1, 2. We'll bump up on that track. We will do conservation here by spending 2 research. And that lets us take a level 1. We have to take a level 1 because we don't have room for anything else. Let's take the atoll. That gives us this here. We put 4 research tokens out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get to bump up on this track and get a disc. That track is going to get us an impact token. The impact token is going to go there, I guess. We'll go up again. And then, okay, we've got a few more actions we can take. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need a research there, or not research there. We're going to need to conserve there. So we're going to conserve in this area. It's going to cost us a research, and we're going to do that here. It's going to give us one of those. And I believe I've gotten everything. So let's just sonar the mess out of this place and call it a day. So we're going to sonar... Wait, where can I sonar? I really can't sonar anywhere, can I? I mean, I can sonar where I am with this one sub. So we're going to sonar here and put out a 2. And we'll take this one. That's going to bump us up on that track and bump us up on this track and put out 3 tokens. 1, 2, 3. Can I do anything else? None of my cards. Some of these cards will sometimes give you actions. I didn't even refill this. Like, for example, those give you actions, but we don't have that. I'm unable to sonar anywhere else because I have all my subs are in spots that cannot sonar, and that's all the actions I have left. So I think that's it. I think that's the game. So we're going to go through and see if we got every objective. First objective, map the ocean currents, sonar, discs in column B and C. So column B, column C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 sonar discs. We need at least 7. Goal number 1 achieved. Let's put that there saying we got it. Explore the far reaches. Getting discs and vessels out in the B and C column. We had 1, 2, 3. We needed 10. We didn't get that goal. Chart the ocean topography. it said for each zone where you have at least one disc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We needed 8 for solo. We got that goal. Co-op, or not co-op, the impact board. So victory points. We need at least 20 from our cards, our specialist, and the impact board. We had 0 from the impact board. We got 3 points from here. We did not achieve that goal, and we have no specialist that could give us points. Dedicated, 5 junior specialists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got that goal. Because when we flip them, they're no longer junior. Resourcefulness, at least 22 points between these two tracks. We had 12 and 11, which is 23. We got that goal. And then esteemed, which would be between reputation and inspiration, and that's going to be 5 plus 12, which is 17, which is short. But we got 4 of the 7 goals. We won the game. We won the game. So that's going to be Endeavor Deep Sea. Man, this game is hard. I mean, it's very, very hard. So the winning on the hardest mode is getting all 7 goals, I believe, which just seems completely off the chain. Yeah. Legend. So beginner is 4 goals, intermediate is 5 goals, expert 6 goals, and legendary is all 7 goals. So that's crazy. I do have the Kickstarter edition, so I do have like the 5th player pieces, but there's like a bunch of modules that are like mini expansions. I think there's like 3 of them. So if you guys want to see some of that gameplay, let me know. Like I said, there are 8 of these mission maps. Typically, I see a lot of times just the first mission. So that way, there's plenty of those out there for you guys to see. This way, you can see the second mission beaten. We did it. But yeah, there are 8, I think 8 or 10 of the mission maps. I can't remember. Maybe there's 10. Or, yeah, something like that. There's at least 8, but there may be 10. Hold on, I have the thing here. There's 10. There's 10. Here's scenario clarification. So there's 10 scenarios. I've only played the first 3 scenarios, so there's plenty of stuff I haven't even played yet still, and they change kind of how the game is set up. And then we didn't even explore down the depths, but there's some more of these tiles. They get pretty crazy. The bonuses are much better. And then, yeah, we've got even more down here. So haven't really gotten that far yet. I've only been able to really kind of explore the top 3 zones when it comes to that. But that's going to be it. That is going to be a playthrough of Endeavor Deep Sea. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've played it before. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.